What's up, innovators? Mike Hill, Hill Innovative Solutions, and this is the Innovative Lifestyle. We're here, first video of series, talking a little bit about the new product development process. Hill Innovative Solutions is a new product development company where we work with inventors, entrepreneurs, and small businesses, manufacturers to bring products to reality, from concept all the way to production, from concept all the way to market, and start generating cash flow. We've got a unique business model that we work with people on to make it affordable and make it efficient and do it cost effectively, and to align our business with our customers. Super excited to start sharing some of this information with you. And on this first video, I'm just going to do a real quick overview of a simple new product development process that we here at Hill Innovative Solutions use. It follows the acronym IDEA, IDEA, where we first identify, second design and develop, third, execute, and all along the way, we're assessing. All right. So as we break down the process and look into how is it that we take an idea or a concept from just that and a nebulous thing and bring it all the way to fruition, we first start with our identify phase. And in this phase is where we're going to identify all the ins and outs as much as we possibly can about the product, about the market, about the business items behind it, whether it's the budget, whether it's the specifications, whether it's the cost that we need to hit, what are we going to do as far as manufacturing. We're going to try and gather as much information up front as we possibly can so that we can ensure, or we can have a better idea of what the success of this product will look like in the end. The more that we can learn up front, the more that we reduce the uncertainty in the product development process. So step one, we identify, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna dig into just about everything that we possibly can. We always start with our product specification, what we call our product specifications document. You can get a sample of this at hillinnovativesolutions.com. It's a free download on our resources page. So our product specifications document is the backbone and is going to tell our story all along the way of the process, right? So inside our product specifications, we're going to do what the actual physical specifications, what the performance specifications, what customer requirements, what regulatory requirements, what environmental requirements are all going to be needed to be successful with the product. Also inside of here, or to even get to any of this data, what we're going to do is we're going to investigate, right? We're going to identify what our customers see, what our competitors are doing in these areas, so that we can be competitive, so that we can answer our customers' needs, and so that we can be serving and putting the customer first in this process, right? So we're identifying as much as we possibly can early on, and all of this goes into our product specifications document. Now, there's tools that we can use, right? Quality functional deployment tools, or QFD. There's voice of the customer. There's all sorts of different things that we'll do, and each one will be really product specific. So we can dive into this, and we'll dive into this later on in other videos. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set a budget, right? And we're going to set a timeline, right? So what is it that we think this is going to cost to develop? What is it that how long is it going to take for us to do this, right? Here's the one truth about this. Here's the dirty little secret. It's going to be wrong, and you need to accept that and know that that's okay, right? It is our job to make it as accurate as possible and get as close as possible, but unfortunately we can never see into the future. So it really is just a target. It's what we work towards, and it's what we aim for. so that we can be successful. And the more that we do this, the more accurate we're going to be. So that's just it. So as we start comparing projects to projects, right, we follow the same process so that we're always prioritizing the same way. All right, so that's step two. Or that's really all step one, part of that identify phase. Moving into step two, our design and development phase. This is where it starts to get fun. As an engineer, this is the part that I love, right? Sitting behind the CAD screen, really laying things out, or even just pencil and paper drawing things out. But again, we do this all from our product specifications. Once like I said, we take that product specifications and we start to mold it and create what it is that we need to be, the way that it needs to look. We'll also start creating what is it, what are the testing procedures for this? What items, what supply chain things do we need to do? What manufacturing thoughts do we need to have in place so that we can put this together? So we'll get into the design development phase a little bit later on, a little more details in some of the later videos. But as far as this goes, right, that's the next phase, right? We're going to model it. Where appropriate, we'll run simulations. There's all sorts of different simulations tools out there, depending on the type of performance that you're looking for. We'll run some simulations on it. We'll create a bill of materials so that we can start understanding what are our costs really going to be. How far off are we going to be from what we identified we need to be at in that first phase, right? And then we'll update that stuff that we did in phase one all along the way, and we'll keep moving down the line. So as we're moving, designing, developing, we'll start prototyping, right? So in the design and development phase, we'll actually prototype. We'll do an alpha prototype. We'll do a beta prototype for sure. Alphas and betas for sure, and we'll probably do at least one to two more after that. Really just so that we understand the performance of the product, B, understand what it's going to take to actually make the product, and ensure our accuracy, removing all that uncertainty out of the product before we get to market. Right. So once we building the designs and developing the product out, right, we move into the third phase, and once we're there, right, we're at that execute phase, right? So what does our first article look like, right? What does it take to actually manufacture that product? So we'll manufacture our first article. We'll put our critical to quality checks in there. We'll test, do final verification and validation testing of the product, and we'll start really by this phase here. We will have every inch of this known and really just kind of buttoning things up in this execution phase. The final phase is the assess phase. And the assess phase, we have it final, but it really takes place throughout the whole thing, right? So we'll be assessing two things. One, we'll be assessing the actual project itself, right? So are we on time? Are we hitting our milestones? Are we hitting our budgets? Are we doing all the things that we need to do to make sure that the project is moving along? So we'll assess that all along the way. The other assessment, we'll actually do post-launch, and we'll run a post-mortem on the product afterwards, right? So how close were we in that identify phase, right? How close were we to knowing if the market is going to be accepting of this? How close were we in identifying potential sales channels for it? How close were we in identifying customer satisfaction or customer requirements of the product? So once we do that, and because we're assessing all along the way, and because we're doing a postmortem, we can go back to any step in this process and start over, right? Not really start over, but start from there, right? Okay, now that we've got a little bit more, there's a little less uncertainty, we can keep going forward. So as we learn these things, as we assess these things, we measure them and we improve. This is an iterative process, right? So if we don't get it right, and we get through this as quickly as possible, so that if we don't get it right, we're able to reset and reestablish at a cost-effective manner. So that's it, really. Identify, design, develop, execute, and assess. Excited to share this information with you. We'll be going into a lot more detail about some of these various different items. We'll be offering tools, tips, tricks all along the way over the next several weeks. For more information about Hill Innovative Solutions, visit us at hillinnovativesolutions.com. Or for more information, subscribe to The Innovative Lifestyle, and we'll be sharing more videos with you. Hit us up on Facebook and email. Look forward to seeing more of you. Thank you.